Hey, this is Time Bomb. It's your first time checking out the channel. Hit that subscribe button to catch all the updates. Today, we're doing something different on the channel in anticipation of the Calrissian Cup coming up here. I thought it would be fun to go through and do our top 5 picks for the Cup, who we see, and also we're going to throw in a dark horse. Now, to do these picks today, I brought on a special guest. He's a member of Aces 5. He's a Twitch streamer. Welcome, Swift, onto the episode. Wow, I spaced out almost on your name there for a second. Sorry about that. How you doing, buddy?
Doing well. Thank you for having me, Time Bomb.
Man, super excited. And honestly, the way that this came about is just so awesome to me and just exactly what I love about the Star Wars Squadrons community. You just approached me and suggested that we kind of talk. I go over something like this on the podcast, and I said, you know what, man? This is an awesome idea. Why don't I just involve you in doing this? And I really appreciate you coming on to talk about all this, man, to go over the top 5 picks.
Yeah, I'm glad to be able to help generate this content with you.
Oh, man, it's awesome. And, I mean, I feel so much excitement for the Calrissian Cup amongst the community. I mean, you must be excited as well, too, here. How are you?
I have been... Calrissian Cup, we had a set date for this back in December that Green Fox Leader's been working... him and a lot of other people behind the scenes have been working real hard for this. So to come to see it into fruition in bigger and better ways than was unimaginable at the time of planning this, it's been a great thing to see, Time Bomb, especially now that Crimson Wings are now getting involved in the gaming stadium. Like, this is huge. We're all excited, and we're all ready for this weekend.
I mean, it's kind of amazing the way that I've seen it kind of progress in actually a pretty short time frame, and it's this like real thing now that we have in front of
4
us,
months. And
it's happening. And kind of just like we were discussing before, you said this is the first time that the whole community has been able to participate in an event. Yep. So I think it's going to be really interesting, and to participate in an event with the custom matchmaking. All the teams can be there. Everyone's going to be competing in this, and I think we're going to see this game at the highest level like we never have before. So I'm super excited to see that. And just to add to that hype, I thought today we could kind of go over these top 5 together and just kind of discuss our reasoning and what we thought here. So we'll kind of go back and forth on each 5 here. So let's start with you. Who is your number 5 pick?
For my 5th pick, this is a very close pick that I really didn't know. There was really 3 teams I could have put here in this spot. If I may say the teams that I was thinking for this spot.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, go over, like, we should actually even almost right now, before we even get into it, maybe talk about some of your, honorable mentions, like the people who would have been in the 6 to 10 spot, actually.
Yeah, so my 3 people that I was thinking about for top 5 was originally Skull Squadron, Imperial Guard, and Guiltless Squadron. With the Imperial Guard loss against Skull Squadron in SCL Week 1, it definitely gave me the impression that Imperial Guard are full of great dogfighters, and they're my boys. Like, they've been OGs since the beginning, and not only am I rooting for them, I know they're going to do really well this weekend. Despite my placement for them in the bottom of, in between the 6 and 10 spot. But my 5th spot I have is Skull Squadron.
Yeah.
They've been practicing hard, they've been working hard, so
I mean, they
my
have
boys in Skull.
Great pilots on that team. Pilot Air, Hidden Gecko, I played with those guys earlier in the game. They're just so good. Duo's an amazing objective player too. Yeah, I think they can have a lot of success. They were right. I had them as basically my 6th pick. I really thought that I was right there with them in the top 5. I really struggled putting them there. I had them just outside, as well as Gray, the Cheese Squadron, both of the Night Witches Squadron. I thought I think they're going to have great showings, and Remnant Squadron as well. But in the end, for my 5th pick, I decided to go with the Aces 5 Avenger Squadron. I think you guys are going to have a very strong showing. Like I was talking with you, there's 2 different sides of the team that kind of have experience together, and you've been coming together more recently, and I don't know, I feel like that's really going to play out well for you guys, having all that experience there. You guys are going to do great and have a good showing.
Yep, and even though we are picking our top 5, for day 2, there's going to be 16 teams that are there, and depending on how the days go, there's it's going to be long days. I'm learning as well from squadrons, where squadrons is a different game. Where I come from competitive games such as Rocket League, but more particularly I've focused on other games like Squad. But squadrons that's a lot of focus that you're doing for long hours. So it's gonna my top 5 can be blown out the window like at any second. Like it could be the Hut Cartel, Guiltless Squadron, Skull, anyone.
Yeah, it is wide open. Like I hope anyone listening or watching knows that we're not saying the field is wide open. Any team could take it. Anyone has the potential to. So who is your number 4 pick?
My 4th pick is my sister squadron, Crimson Wings.
And why did you go with them?
Crimson Wings sounds a lot like crispy wings, and I really like crispy wings. So, they're great bunch of guys. They've been OGs as well. And I, knowing about them, not only is the squad that I'm a part of technically is 5 new, and their squad technically new with the addition of 6. There's going to be growing pains, but I'm definitely looking forward to my boys finishing 4th according to my predictions for this weekend.
Yeah, team that's had a lot of experience all through the year playing together. They're the first one to really get an esports sponsorship, and as well, Destracier could be out there just doing Destracier things, as we say when we play against him, and people's got to make the decision if they're going to over pursue him or let him do it or how they're going to play around him. He's just such an X factor. So, I've got them I've got Crimson Wings as my number 4 pick as well, actually. Yeah. So for the number 3 pick, who did you go with?
My 3rd pick will not really surprise anyone here. Cheese Squadron, who is a stem from Gray Squadron. Little backstory. These guys, back when Power Hour was the source of competitive events, where we just queue at the same time, real grassroots. And these Gray Squadron guys came out of nowhere. It was like us, Skull, and Imperial Guard, and we're all sitting here at the top, and then Gray Squadron comes out of nowhere, wipes the floor with all these teams that were at the top, and I think they could do the same thing here this weekend.
Yeah.
Wipe all the teams.
See, Gray Squadron, I think what they really add to the community is they have this open server. Tons of people are there. Like, if no one was on my server for a long time, then I would always go to Gray and just jump into some games there, and I think it had such a mix of players.
Playing.
And
they're always playing.
And it just, seriously, like right now it's 3 a.m. EST, and they're probably playing right now.
Let's go check.
Let's check. Can we get confirmation? Are they playing? There's a 5-stack in there or something, probably going at least a 3-stack. And so I think that because of that, and they have so many people there, they have so many opportunities to scrim within, that some of those teams have really risen up, and I really think those guys are the leaders right there, and Sudanai and all those guys are really gonna lead the way and have a great showing. I think that's a great call. For my number 3 pick, I went with Galactic Agriculture Squadron. Now, they're not seen as much in the competitive squadron, like they weren't doing the power hours and that stuff, but they had Dracolich, right? He was the only one who got Galactic Ace, basically, in the glitched era. He's a really good player who kind of flies under the radar. All these guys are, the 3 main guys that I know of, Dracolich, Whistling Bird, and I believe Agriculture, just crazy good. So I think they're going to kind of come. They're almost not quite a dark horse because they are known for being so good, but they're kind of going to come out of nowhere, and I've got them as my 3rd spot.
All right. Okay.
Okay, and who would be your number 2 pick?
My 2nd pick is probably one of my favorite team names in the whole of Squadrons, Randalorians. Pretty dope name, pretty dope team. Yeah, these guys are not really much to say. They've been proving themselves.
Definitely. Anytime you watch them do any sort of play in the SCL, they're a really dominant team. Orange Squadron, when I play for, we've been lucky enough to actually get scrims against them the last few weeks. So because of the time that Orange Squadron plays, we don't really get many high-level reps, so playing against them at they're basically the highest level rep you can get is good, but it also kind of shows us the gap that we're seeing at the top end from our own squadron in some ways. So a really good team. Anytime I've watched them, it's impressive how they're able to just really hit that objective quickly and keep on the morale in a way. So I could very much see them having an amazing showing and getting to day 2 almost guaranteed for them, I would say. So they're my number 2 pick as well. So for you, before we get to the number 1 picks as well, we should talk about your dark horse picks. Who did you have for your dark horses?
So my third dark horse team was Crate Science Team.
Mm-hmm.
My second one was Hex Squadron,
Mm-hmm.
and my main reason for picking Hex Squadron for this is not only for those OGs as well, but really mainly they caught my eye because of Wolfang playing with them for this tournament.
That's right, yeah.
As people probably know, that Wolfang used to be a part of Remnant,
Mm-hmm.
and now he is playing with Hex Squadron. Might as well just go back, and why Remnant's not in top 5 is, without Ryfox and Wolfang, I don't really know where they stand anymore. So and my first one was actually the ones that you faced as you picked as your third pick, Galactic Agriculture Squadron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so with them, they have been ranked warriors for a while, and they're a great team. I just haven't seen them recently much, so I don't know what to expect with them with a lot of meta changes that have happened. So
I think that's a fair point. I like it.
I don't know where they stand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like I was saying, they're almost like you pick them as a dark horse, they could come out of nowhere. So we'll see how they do. That's a great pick.
Mm-hmm.
My dark horse too was Crate Science Team, Starslinger's team. I mean, he's great streamer, just a rad dude, and I feel like that team could have a really good showing. They've done lots of community events and done pretty well in the they've been in the SCL. So I feel like they can have a great showing in here. They could really surprise some people as well and do really well. So that would be my dark horse pick. Feel like, is there any other ones I wanted to talk about on my list? Okay, so I think we're at that point now. We can talk about our number 1 pick. Who is your top pick here to win this tournament?
For the 200 Calrissian Cup Series points, I have Splinter Squadron. With them, how do you beat the best pilot on Twitch and the best OBJ on Twitch? They're stacked apparently. So, number 1. Best pilot.
Yeah, I feel like it's them leading the way. There hasn't been as many places for teams to prove themselves, but I feel like from the Operation Ace tournament, Splinter has been able to prove themselves. Scalp, obviously, Fenkar, those are 2 great players, as well as the rest of their lineup is a stacked team who plays together all the time. The depth and knowledge that they have of the game, I've definitely been able to pick some of their brains on some things and definitely learn some things from Fenkar along the way. So it will be interesting to see if they can live up to the expectations that I think maybe everyone has for them, possibly. I feel like they are the favorite. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that they are the community's favorite right now to win it. If you're not feeling confident in your own team, of course, I should say. So I feel a lot of excitement for this tournament. I'm super excited to see who's going to come out on top. I'm excited to watch all of these games. I'm excited to play in them as well. Man, Swift, thank you so much for coming on. Do you have anything else to add? Give your socials and all that stuff too?
Well, I have recently started streaming, and my Twitch is Swifty_SW. That's for squadrons, rather. So that's really the only social that I...
Awesome, man. Yeah, definitely check out Swift streaming. He's probably going to be streaming some of day 1 on Cal Cup. I don't know if people are going to be doing that or not, or what the rules are.
We will not be streaming from our perspective.
Some people, that's fair. Some people got to keep some intel to yourself, so you got to be smart about that. So that's a good way to go too. But I'm sure every day leading up to it, you'll be streaming too. So check out Swift on Twitch there. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Leave your top 5 picks below in the comment. Let us know what you think about ours. Thanks a lot for checking out this video. I'm Time Bomb. You guys are awesome. I will catch you guys later.